What if a king spent more time on the battlefield than on his own throne? What if he was more famed as a warrior than as a ruler? And what if that king became a legend for his courage and skill in war? That king was Richard the Lionheart. Richard was born in 1157, the son of King Henry II of England and Eleanor of Aquitaine. He had 3 older brothers, all of whom were destined to rule in their father's place. But Richard was different. From an early age, he showed little interest in ruling, but much interest in fighting. It was during one of his father's battles when Richard was just a child that he earned the nickname Lionheart. When Henry's knights charged across a field, young Richard, standing atop a nearby haystack, shouted, "Come on, you cowards, come on!" until they returned. To Henry's amusement, Richard was known throughout his life for his incredible courage and bravery on the battlefield. But Richard also had a strong military mind. His tactics were brilliant, often employing surprise or using his knowledge of the terrain to his advantage. This was never more evident than at the Battle of Arsuf in 1191, when Richard led his forces to a decisive victory over Saladin's army. The battle was long and bloody, but Richard's tactical genius and personal bravery turned the tide. When Saladin's knights charged across an open field, Richard ordered his men to hold their ground. Then, when the Muslim horsemen came within range, the English longbowmen shot them down in mass. It was one of the most brilliant displays of military strategy ever seen. Richard's campaign in the Holy Land was not just about brute force, though. He understood the importance of diplomacy, too. After the Battle of Arsuf, Richard negotiated a peace deal with Saladin that allowed Christian pilgrims safe passage to Jerusalem. And though he never succeeded in capturing Jerusalem, Richard's military campaigns in the Holy Land were a resounding success. But back in Europe, Richard's reign was far less successful. He spent little time in England, preferring to live in France, where he built a magnificent castle at Chinon. He drained the English treasury with his endless wars, and when he returned home in 1194, he was captured and spent 6 years as a prisoner in Germany. Though he was finally released in 1199, his health was broken and he died just a year later while besieging a castle in France. A crossbow bolt found its way through his armor and into his chest. The wound turned gangrenous, and it was clear that Richard would die. He was only 41 years old. Richard's death was a relief to many of his subjects who thought him a reckless and irresponsible ruler. But he remains a legendary figure in English history, a warrior king who fought bravely for the glory of God and the greatness of England. Now check out 10 facts about Genghis Khan, the warrior who changed the world, or watch this video instead.